Yes, I am back, and uh, not for the better. If you watch the news, you're probably seeing all the crap that my state is having to go through right now to get ready for this hurricane. And I'm hoping, I really am hoping that this is not some sort of disaster that's about to knock us all off our asses. Interesting, we've had one or two of those here before. Andrew and Katrina. Motherfucking horrible experience. Now, I was 12 when Andrew hit, and I remember every day of that. As for Katrina, I don't even remember how old I was, but I do know that one of our little foster kids was found in a ditch after Katrina, and it wasn't because of the storm. Yeah, you probably are wondering, what the hell is that? Okay, I'll tell you. It's an interesting story. I learned a little bit more about kids and babies and all this and that every day. Well, little Solomon, the little cutesy lootsy that we are all loving on. And, well, he was in a little bit of a mood today. And sometimes babies, when they're hungry, they'll latch onto just about anything. I've had him try to latch onto my boob, even though that is a no-go zone. They're not coming out of that. So his first target is here. And if you really look at it, you can see it almost resembles a hickey. He kept doing it, and I would get distracted with talking to my mother and stuff like that. And we're a typical Southern woman. We're gonna gossip just about everybody. Did you know that girl down the street is having a baby? Oh no, it's not for her husband either. Oh yeah, no. What a slut. Well, believe it or not, those little beauty salon skits you see on, I don't know, Tyler Perry movies and skits and plays, very, very accurate. Well, I get distracted like that, and I'm feeding him. But when I feed him, the thing you gotta remember is that Solomon is a premature baby, and he also has drug exposure, heroin, methamphetamine, crack cocaine, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, marijuana. You think he'd be more chilled out, but no. I would go little periods. I'll give him like maybe a fourth of the bottle, pop him up, and just pat him and get a nice little burp. But even if I don't get a burp, which is sometimes happen, it gives him time in a more upright position to digest the milk. And, it's supposed to be better for that stomach. I learned this little method from my mother, who fed my younger brothers. They're twins. They're the middle set of twins. And yeah, we got a lot. We got 3 sets. And I am one of them. And no, it's not a boy. It's not a girl. I wish it had been. That would have been fun. But, yeah. They had severe crack cocaine addiction when they were born. And they were tiny, about 2 pounds for each one at birth. They were more than a little over 4 pounds when we finally got them. And I was 12 when we got them. And the way we fed them was the exact same way I was feeding Solomon. Oh, I'm just patting his little back, just, he pat, then you do the little rub down, very, very patient. You gotta be very, very patient. And every now and again, he give me this look like, okay, when are we gonna start the bottle again? And every now and again, he sent out a reminder that he hungry. He go, ah! And I'm like, okay. Yeah, you wouldn't think a 2-week-old baby would make that noise. He does. Give him a little bit more. And that's when he did what I'm talking about. I was just talking to Mom. And then there was an argument going on between me and one of my other brothers. They always want to argue the point with me when I'm clearly the more intelligent of the group. Trust me, if you have ever met the rest of my brothers, you definitely see a difference. He got pissed again, and then I'll just pat his behind because he loves that. If any mothers are there watching, you know what I'm talking about. You know, the little butt pat. Calms her down. Well, this time it wasn't working, and I had him like right here, and I'm like this trying to argue with the asshole that happened to be in the room. And next thing I know, I feel, and he starts. I couldn't help but start to laugh because it tickled something awful. It was just, and his little tongue, you could feel it rolling over my chin. I'm like, dude, cut it out. And then I took him off, and he just went, give him the rest of the bottle. I was burping him and everything. And apparently, whatever he had in that bottle, and I don't make them, I just give them to the kid, wasn't enough. Because he did it again. And next thing I know, I'm just, wiping up a little spit up. Yeah. Usual thing for everybody, the mom. And, yep, he got me again. I looked up because, I think there's Halloween special. I think it was Roseanne. Oof. I love those shows. Roseanne has some of the best Halloween specials ever. I want to be Roseanne in her Halloween special when I'm an old lady. Not to say that she's old, but you know what I mean. I want to have one of those houses that all the little children are too scared to go into because the freak lives in there with all the ghoulies and the moolies hanging out in her yard. That's why I want some of them animatronic things at the Spirit Halloween store. That would scare the shit out of some of the kids. I love that stuff. Okay, yeah, I was looking at that, and he was like, oh no, you are not going to ignore me. And next thing I know, and just started again. I was like, what? And I was giggling. I couldn't help it. And trust me, if you're a dad too, and you got a beard, that's gonna he or she will probably do it only once and never do it again. And that's mainly because that facial hair, doesn't taste nice apparently. And I know this because someone's done it to my twin brother. He's like, what's he doing? What's he doing? I'm like, Billy, will you please chill out? He just wants his bottle. Give me a minute. He said, well, I don't want him eating my beard. I said, dude, that is not cool. It's going to hook up a hairball. Just like one of the cats. Oh, yeah, we got a whole posse of cats. Mostly black cats. We got one white cat, too. Very, very cute. And freaks everybody out, considering the fact that we live on mile marker 13. Well, I finished with him and I don't know, I decided, you know what, I'm going to just distract him for a little while. My mom's got this huge bed, and us in this big, like, polar bear kind of furry coverlet, and I love it, I want one. And, I'll take him and I'll, put the pillow underneath the coverlet and prop him up like that, and we talk. By the way, anybody who does baby talk to their child and then wonders why their child sounds like a goop when they get older, you gotta be a dummy, dude. These kids mimic anything and everything that they see and hear, including speech. So I just looked at him, and he just looked at me, kept my tone very even, very light, and he loves it. He was just like, and he barely ever smiles. So anytime he does, I kind of go, yay, 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 makes him smile even more. And I say, hey, Solomon smiled, yay, yay, party. And I don't know why this works. I don't know why, but it does. And he just gets a kick out of it. And he's small. He's a tiny, tiny little kid. You wouldn't expect this kid to be able to make body noises that he does. He's he's not even 10 pounds, man. He's that tiny. And he goes, and I swear, I was just going from my mom's bedroom to the living room to take him for her. I can't remember what it was for. Either it was for another bottle, or she just wanted to see that he was alright. I got up to the partition door that we have right there, and next thing I know, I hear, and I'm like, what the hell? And it sounded like one of them laser squirt guns or whatever. You should get like the high power ones where you could hear it squirting into her. And I'm talking back end, not front. And I'm like, holy cow. And then it let out a burp. Like, not an hour later. That sounded like it could have been from an adult. I don't know what's up with this kid, but so far, he's been a barrel of laughs, I'll tell you that. Even my dad had to laugh. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about it. When this itty bitty little thing about that big, wait, he's like, dude, what you been eating? He's tiny, but his being, it's like his being, his soul, is this big, big man. And the noises coincide with that. Oh my gosh. The only thing he does not like is going to that bathroom. When we have to take him in there, that's where we give him baths. That's where I change his diaper all the time. And trust me, he knows how to make it loaded. And he just screams and screams and screams. And Mom thinks this, and I coincide with that. You see, he was in the hospital for a very long time. Well, long for him anyway. Maybe a couple of days. Not a lot of babies. Like, he was in the NICU too. Since he was the drug exposed baby, they had to give him some extra care and make sure that everything was stable, breathing, bowels and bladder the whole bit. That's why they monitor you in the hospital, and they ask you those questions too. They can't ask the baby that. No, all they have is the diapers. That's about it. But even I get that every time I go to a hospital and get admitted again. I hate that stuff. But it's who even keeps count? I know I don't. I'm just looking at the TV, just like looking at the IV. I'm like, I want to blow this pop stand so bad. Good thing the last time I was sick, I actually lost my voice. I want it out. I had thrush really, really bad. I don't know if anybody knows like what thrush is about, but if I had thrush right now, this would be all white. It causes a thick white coating on the tongue, and it can go all the way to the back of the throat, and it's very painful. can testify to that. And it is also a side effect of having Cipro. So, if any of you are prescribed that, you might want to talk to your doctor or take something that's called, I think it's AZO or AVO. It helped a lot for me. It's a antifungal, and thrush is fungal, so it helps get rid of it. We'll always talk about. Oh yeah, the boy. We starting to think that it's the hospital that caused him to hit the bathroom so much. Because mainly in the bathroom, the lights are different, they're more fluorescent. You got more of the cold tile on the countertop, everything. And, he doesn't like it at all. That's why I try to make it as quick as I can when I do his diaper. And I put the heater on so that he's not cold. And the boy literally gets so mad, he starts to shake. But it's hard to tell whether or not that's from the withdrawals or from his nasty little temper. But either way, I'm gonna take care of him either way. The boy, I swore I would not get, attached. But you see that little face? It'd be hard to turn your heart off. It really is. I've seen kids beat up. I've seen kids molested and raped and everything. And I can't help not, wanting to give him the love that they never really got. You know what I mean? I came from foster care too. I was pretty much left in the hospital with my twin, which I'm very, very blessed to have. And I got lucky. Whatever might have happened, or whatever the conditions were, I really don't know. And I don't know if I really want to know. And that stays in my mind a lot of the time. But with him, what I'm trying to do is give him the genuine affection that his mother can't give him right now. She has said something to the effect that she wants him back, but she's obviously not ready to take care of a baby right now. I love that baby already. I'm gonna be in for a hell of a heartache when he leaves, but I'm hoping it is to go to a better place. And for those of you who are ever thinking about adoption, I'm telling you, it is not what you think. A lot of people have these horror stories, and you read up on these, and you see all these things about what can go wrong. But trust me, there are a lot of things that can go right. My mom and dad have taken in 10 children. There's only 9 right now. That one that passed away. We still do not know why. But it is very possible for you to have the child of your dreams and do something for a child who's in trouble that they would never would have thought possible. It doesn't have to be a baby, but an older child. Trust me, it's hard to get through to some, but it's possible. It is. And I've seen it work miracles with other children. We had one little girl. Boy, did she get on my nerves. I was a little bit younger. I had a very bad fall and broke my ankle. The little girl's name was Jenna. She was 3, but almost 4 years old. Blonde hair, blue eyes, beautiful child. And I liked her at first until I heard she was giving my mom a lot of trouble. And I am a very strict person when it comes to children. But I think that is the way to go, because rules permeate our society, and I think we have to get them ready for that, or they can get into real serious trouble in their own life. I don't know. I mean, I do spank. I am not ashamed to say that. I was spanked too. And you would have thought I was more disciplined. But no, I got a bit of an attitude problem. I always did. I was, and trust me, I'm the only one out of my group of siblings that's got the mouth that I do. Well, I broke my ankle, and well, there was no way for me to stay here in my house. I had stairs, and I am not a very graceful person. My father was like, okay, we're going to get you into the suburban. We're going to take you to the hospital. I said, do you know me? I trip and fall just trying to make it to the kitchen. I was bad. Oof. I said, just call the ambulance. And they found a way to help prop me out. I did feel a little guilty, though, because my father had just gotten his cast taken off. He was in a motorcycle accident at the time, and he had fractured his wrist and his knee, and you could still see the scar from the contusion he had. But so I was afraid I might have hurt his wrist, and they propped me up. They got me onto a nice stool. My little brothers, poor little things, they were so scared. They were very, very young. And they were like, look, I got 2 stitches, let's make a splint. I didn't, I felt awful. And I was scared. And I yelled at them. I felt so horrible later on. They finally came and got me. They missed the house twice. Believe it or not, this has happened before. We live out in the boonies. We live in the country. It's nice though. They got me in an ambulance and stuff. And bit my tongue. Well, I came home and I got lucky, really lucky. My grandmother was here, and my dad had to virtually grab me from the behind by my pants, because I was going to fall if I didn't try to get up. My grandmother eventually decided to lend me her wheelchair. We were able to situate my mattresses and stuff in the living room, because I knew that's where I was going to end up, and there was no way I could go back into my old room there, because Jenna was going to be in there, and I couldn't even get the wheelchair back there, so I dealt with it any way I could. Well, Jenna did not behave herself the whole time. And eventually, I had to start getting strict with her. But down the road, she started going to school. And I guess something must have clicked, because she would run into the house. Miss Jenny, look, I got a good grade in contact. I didn't go to time out at all. I was a good girl. And I just felt so warm inside. I was like, that is great. And she, for the whole time she was with us after that, she was looking for my approval. She knew that there was going to be consequences if she misbehaved. And I gave her the positive reinforcement. I hugged her, gave her a smoochie, which is what I call it. Give her a cookie and some juice, and say, that's great, kid. Keep up the good work. And it never failed me after that. Except for that ankle. Oh, damn. That thing still hurts sometimes. Rain comes by. Oh. Yeah. And just to ask you, just to let y'all know, because it's probably going to be a subconscious question, I did indeed fall again, twice. And I'll tell you that story at another time. Just my ankle still hurts from that one. So chill and pray for us and everybody else is gonna be dealing with this hurricane. I'm hoping to go somewhere else, but please pray for the people that need it. That God will protect them and protect our property and everything that we hold dear, because